One local man, following some of our stories on Bureau of Land Management policing of old bottle collection, called Sierra Wave Media to say there's a bigger problem out there on public lands: trash. Roger Rilling of Mammoth Lakes pointed to the informal shooting range behind the geothermal plant. He called it a real problem because people use old television sets as targets, and there's other trash there too. He said the Forest Service has hauled out a lot of trash. Rilling, who mountain bikes and hikes, says he sees lots of trash dumped on public land. Marty Hornick of the Forest Service does encourage people to use the geothermal plant for target practice because at least it's contained in one area. But he said that the dumping of old appliances and other trash on public land is an ongoing problem. He said forest patrols pick up items, and if they identify where they came from, they track the people down. Hornick said there are people who don't want to pay to go to our local landfills. At the Bureau of Land Management, law enforcement officer Melody Stwain said people are always dumping things on public land. She said that the limit on days that dumps are open and the fact that fees have gone up is part of the problem. Fines for dumping on BLM land vary based on what is dumped. Stwain said people should take their trash where it belongs. Public lands are for all of the public to enjoy, she said, not to abuse. Well, the economy, local business, and the mayor's travel expenses. Mammoth Lake citizens stood up to speak about related issues at the recent town council meeting. First, Mammoth Lake's Chamber of Commerce president, Jack Copeland. He pointed out that the slow season is hitting us here pretty quickly. He said the 6 weeks between Easter and June are an opportunity to make progress. He said we will have to work hard to get people here and beef up the focus on service. He said also everything in town will be on sale. That's a good reason for people to come. Copeland pointed to the need for better customer service. He said visitors usually get a formal or no welcome at all. He said the town has to bump that up a notch, and the chamber will be holding workshops to train people how to treat everyone like a local. Well, speaking of locals, Tim Flynn of the Mammoth Lakes Contractors Association expressed his disappointment that the town council dropped the 50% cut in building permits for single-family homes. Flynn said he hoped they would resubmit the issue for a new vote and consider the economy. Flynn said the town just lost 3 high-salaried people whose pay adds up to $500,000. He said, "Don't tell us you're going to hire another manager." Flynn said if the town keeps fees down, it will entice people to develop homes. So the council might take that up again. The mayor disagreed with Flynn's view that government is hiring people to, quote, do nothing. The mayor said they're pushed pretty hard. Well, speaking of Mayor Matthew Lehman, he put an item on the agenda to be reimbursed $199 for his travel expense to go to the San Diego Marathon and participate. Now, that's a sister event with a later marathon in Mammoth. Lehman contended he was raising awareness of the town of Mammoth. The council tried to see if the Mammoth Lakes Tourism could pay Lehman, but the town attorney, Andy Morris, said there are restrictions on a third party paying. He said it would be considered a, quote, gift to the town. In the end, the council approved reimbursement to Lehman. The vote was 4-0. And in Bishop, the city council recently voted to hire a local realtor to sell city-owned mobile homes when they become vacant. That's in the Sunrise Mobile Home Park. Now, since that vote, some citizens pointed out that the sale of those homes will mean fewer affordable rentals in a city that is still short some 100 housing units for moderate and low-income residents. City Administrator Keith Caldwell said he understands the concerns, but he said the cost of maintaining these Sunrise Mobile Home Park units is high, and the grant that covered maintenance has ended. Of the 16 total city-owned homes, 3 will come up for sale soon, according to Caldwell. They will be vacated and thus come up for sale. The administrator said maintenance is expensive, and the state grant that covered it ended in November. He said that grant added between $60,000 and $70,000 a year to maintenance. He said every other year or so, the city conducted serious renovation on the homes, which are circa 1982. So how will the city cover maintenance of the homes in the future? Caldwell said the sale of the homes at Sunrise will help cover those costs. He said there aren't any grants available. He said he knows a lot of people will not have the money to purchase one of the mobile homes, but he said there are many who could buy them and pay the rent, which is $225 per month. Caldwell said he is aware of people who want to buy these homes for their parents. Asked about the overall housing situation in the city of Bishop, Caldwell said the city general plan housing element says the area needs 70 to 120 more units for moderate to low income residents. He said the lack of available private land makes it a tough thing to do. But there is a project in the works called Silver Peaks, located on land to the east of Sunrise Mobile Home Park. It would provide family and senior citizen housing on 3 acres. The Los Angeles Department of Water and Power owns the land, but is working with the city and Inyo Mono advocates for community action on this, according to Caldwell. The land has been surveyed, and Caldwell said they are waiting on an appraisal. The city is looking for grants. We'll be right back with weather.